here. Today we are on beautiful Cape Cod in Yarmouth. Now, if you've been to Yarmouth before, you've probably been to the Yarmouth House for some really great food that they have in there. But today we're here for a totally different reason, and it's a good one. Today we are going to be giving back to the Cape Cod Police and Canine organization. They have some really great raffle prizes in here, but not only that, they have food, and the founder of Josh Wines is inside, actually signing bottles. What? When do you ever get a bottle of wine that is signed by the person that owns the company? I think that that is absolutely incredible, and it's a genius idea. It's definitely getting me in the door, but don't worry, I'm gonna bring you guys with me. Let's go. Joe, the founder of the Cape Cod Police Canine organization. Joe, this is an amazing event today.
Yes, it is. It's grown and grown, and this year we took more of the restaurant over, and we filled it. People in the Cape have been, and off Cape, they've been very good to us. They understand about the dogs, and the dogs will, I know firsthand because I was a handler. The dogs will they'll give you life for the handler and the dog, and they need like 3 or 4 years to retire and be a dog again. When the dogs retire, the departments don't pay for them anymore, and my foundation, the vet sends us the bills and we pay the vet bills.
And what prompted you to start this organization?
Well, I was a handler, and I don't know, I think I woke up at 2 in the morning with this idea, and I ended up calling a IRS and wanted to start a 501c3.
Joe says that vision he awoke with finds itself giving back more and more. A dog owner myself, I personally found one recent story he told to be heartbreaking.
Just recently, from the town of Yarmouth, his dog ate a towel, and he didn't digest it, so they had to go in and get it, and that was roughly $4,000. And if you have a dog or any kind of animal, you bring them to the vets, and it's not cheap, it's expensive. So that's what we do, and everybody's been great. Everybody that's store owners, merchants, restaurants, you name it. They're all donating. They can't give enough.
Now, you have some incredible prizes in there. I saw Lily Pulitzer, which I love. There was makeup for the girls, but then there were also remote starters and all sorts of really cool things. Bike helmets.
Too much to mention. I have Red Sox tickets, and good seats. There's 4 grills and Renduck chairs.
The overwhelming amount of raffle prizes come from an even stronger amount of support from the local community.
One year, I skipped it because I felt bad for all the people donating to us, and then I was getting phone calls. Why didn't you call us? And I said, I was trying to give you a break. He says, no. There's some foundations that we give to, and you're one of them. So, and the other, we got a guy inside, his name is Joseph Carr from Josh Wines, and Joe, about 4 or 5 years ago, when we were setting up, he came in, introduced himself. I didn't know who he was. He brought this big bottle of wine, and he said, I want you to have this and use it as a raffle, whatever you want to do with it. And he said, I'm going to California, I'm going back to California. He said, when I come back, I'll get a hold of you and we'll get together. I want to help you with your foundation. And he comes every year. He's an awesome guy, and his wine's good too. And we're here with the founder himself of Josh Wines, Joe Carr. So tell me about what prompted you to start this brand and bring it all the way here today.
Well, I started my winery with my wife about 10 years ago in Napa Valley, and we lived here. The winery was in California, and I commute back and forth, so I'm a full-time Cape Cod resident. And Josh is a brand that was dedicated to my father, to my late father. He was a lumberjack from Vermont, and my uncles were policemen in upstate New York. So when we created the label, we named it after my dad.
I love that because I've had Josh Wine before, and now I finally know the answer. Who's Josh?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Josh is my dad.
Thank you so much.
That was his nickname. His real name was Joe.
Really?
But he used to race stock cars, and he had a bunch of guys that would call him Josh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now you have your signature blend here today. Can you tell us about what this tastes like when people open up a bottle of Josh?
Well, this is a big Cabernet Sauvignon, brambleberry, dark cherry, a little hint of oak. It's a beautiful wine, but it retails for under $20, so it's actually now the #1 selling wine in the country.
And That doesn't surprise me at all. I've had it before and it's delicious. But you're actually signing bottles
I
today.
am. I'm autographing all the bottles for this event.
That's wonderful. Now, you seem to love your job very much, which I'm sure you must. You make an amazing product, but that commute back and forth, that's got to be a long day.
Yeah, that's a long day. It's by the time I leave my house and get to the winery, it's about 13 hours. But I only do it once a month.
Okay, so the rest of us cannot complain anymore about our commute. You win.
I've got a long commute.
And I know so many people that drink Josh wine.
Oh, it's good stuff.
It's incredible. And then he's actually local too.
He's a regular guy. You wouldn't know he was who he was. I love the guy because he's very sincere. He helps all kinds of foundations. You know, you see him on Facebook and stuff. He's everywhere, and he's promoting everything. And not only is he promoting his wife, he's helping fire departments, police departments. He's just a good guy. And that's just one of many people that are in there that there's a lot of police officers in there, there's a lot of canine handlers in there, there's just people in general that care, and it's kind of nice.
There are a lot of really good guys in there that are all coming out to help support this event. So, you know, what I want to talk about now is kind of the hard stuff, which might not be so fun, but, you know, can you tell me about some of the situations in which you've been able to actually take these funds and help somebody in need?
Yeah, you know, it's been 20 years, and it constantly rotates. I mean, we had one of my guys when I was on the job, he was going on a call and he flipped his cruiser. The dog's hind leg got caught, and they had to amputate it. And so he was young. We took care of him. He was like 2.5. We took care of him for a long time, and he developed back problems because of his leg and everything. So, I mean, it just goes on. I think we have 14 dogs right now we take care of. Just doing the Cape and Islands is enough work for me. It's a lot of work.
What's next for the Cape Cod Police Canine Relief Fund?
We have another event in September. It's a motorcycle run. It goes from Dennis to Provincetown on the pier. And we don't stop. We get an escort, and we shut everything down, and we go all the way down. We go through the National Seashore, and then we park on the pier. We have hamburgers and hot dogs, and then you can go to town. All the people, once they get there, I'm not responsible for them. They're on their own. But they can leave their bike on the pier and go. It's just a short walk into town.
That sounds like a really great day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely interested in that because that sounds like a great day.
It's very, it's quite the thing to watch, you know, 450 bikes, you know, get on the highway, and we don't stop. You know, we have an escort. We stop every street, every ramp. We shut the highway down, and it's pretty impressive. And my son, who was a police officer in Yarmouth, he rides, so him and I ride up front with the escort, and you know, I look in the rearview mirror and all you see is bikes.
That must be absolutely touching.
Yeah, it's like 15-20 minutes of bikes going by.
To sign up for their fall event or learn more about how you can support their cause, visit www.capecodpolicecanine.org.